Morning, everybody. Hiya, folks. Just an observation. I was watching some sciencey stuff last night, and I've just realised that I've got no tonsils. And for anybody else who hasn't got tonsils, 40 years ago, they believed that your tonsils were for nothing. They were just, you could chop them off, and there was no reason and no need to have tonsils. So, hence, a lot of us ended up without them. Now, it comes to pass that all the infection, the virus, the so-called viruses that are floating around the air, the viruses that actually live inside of us, not outside, but we won't go into that. They have got nowhere. When people have got no tonsils, your tonsils turn out to be the first part of your immune system. That's why babies pick up and put everything in the mouths, because that's where the germ centre works out what's what it is, and sends the rest of the body, the rest of the body's immune army to come and get rid of this thing. So, if you've got no tonsils, what happens? How does your body become aware that you've got anything poisonous inside you? And also, I've never had a vaccine, so, but touch wood, I've also never had flu, any food poisoning. I've never had anything wrong with me that my body couldn't deal with on its own. You know, it's always been able to fight it off, which it should be able to do. That's what your immune system's for. But yeah, just a quick heads up to those of you that don't have tonsils. Also, that's another reason why you shouldn't give people a vaccine via an injection in their arm, because if it's not going past your tonsils, your body's going, what the fuck is this? What is this? It's had no exposure to it. So it's going to make it really harmful to you. Just another reason why you shouldn't have a vaccine stuck in your arm. You know, if they're going to invent one now that you can eat, tell them to shove it up their arse. You don't want it. You don't need it. God would never have given you a virus that your body can't cope with. And unfortunately for them, the one that they've created in the laboratory has got a really weak, it melts in the sunlight basically, so it's really, really weak. And I'm using this analogy because I think it's brilliant. Dr. Buttar said, they've got you all locked in your houses with masks on because you believe that a big, scary, snarling dog is at the door that's going to eat you and kill you. When the reality is, it's not even a Chihuahua, guys. It's not even a Yorkshire Terrier. It's a recording of a dog. That's how scary this is. That's weakening your immune systems. The 5G, as you know, that makes you weak and takes the oxygen out your body. They haven't turned it up full yet, but I can still feel it because I used to be an addict, and when you smoke heroin on tinfoil, it collects in your lungs. So I'm like a beacon for it. Although since I stopped, I've got to admit the pain it's going away bit by bit. So that was definitely what it is. Also, the nurse, if you look at, I think it's Alice Down the Rabbit Hole, there's a New York nurse talking out, they're killing people on ventilators. They're literally blowing their lungs up so they bleed to death. She watched 6 deaths on the ward that she was on the other night. She literally watched the staff around her murder people. And every time she tried to bring it to the attention of the administration or somebody higher up, she got moved. She got told to just go away. She tried to tell a newspaper who also wouldn't have a bar of it. These nurses are coming out crying, saying that they're watching people being murdered. And it's happening everywhere because you all know, if you're a doctor, you don't do chest compressions on somebody with a pulse, and you don't put healthy lungs on a ventilator. You give them oxygen and whatever else they need. So stop being an order follower and killing people with ventilators when you know that that's not what you're meant to be doing. If you get found out later on, imagine what your life's going to be like. Think about what you're doing. Just because people's relatives are not there to see you doing wrong and neglecting them doesn't make it okay. Not by a long shot. This world's sick. Take care, people. Bye.